It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today it's gonna be episode 17 of my Readmas challenge. I cannot believe we've already that far. It's just a few episodes left and then I'm done with this challenge. It's been a great time for me because, like I said to a friend, I've had to get out of my comfort zone. I realized that the books that I plan to read are all over the place because sometimes I fall into a recommendation on Instagram or the short story that I read, for example, for Elsie Silver and Candy Steiner, that were just put out without me knowing in advance. So the list that I made is not all the one that I'm following through, but I'm reading a lot of good stories. I'm discovering a lot of new genre. I'm reading detective story, thrillers. I'm reading romance without spice, which to me wouldn't even go together. But yeah, I'm really finding myself in this challenge and I'm really loving it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So for today, it's gonna be a short novella. It was 90 pages, 100 pages. So it's something quick that you can read if you want to get back into reading. I was talking about that to that friend too. She was saying to me how she want to get back into reading, into the habit of picking up a book. And I was telling her I've had so many good stories on this one challenge that I would be able to recommend to her that were not too long and that would be perfect for her to do that. The book that I'm going to talk about today, it's called Oh Snowy Night by Ella Goode, and it's a really, really short story, like I said. The book is written in two POV, Con and Faith. So this is going to be the hero and the heroine of the story. So Faith is actually skipping town, basically, because she had a terrible breakup. She found out that her boyfriend was sleeping with her stepsister, Trish. Her boyfriend name is Benjamin, I believe, and she decided to leave town and to go and be off the grid for a month and celebrate Christmas away so that she can heal, and find a way to process what's been happening to her. So she goes to a town called Pine Hollow and she's basically renting a cabin from a man named Kings. We don't really know the arrangement, but basically it's not like he's a hotel or somebody that's used to rent, but he will provide a safe shelter for women that were asking for it. She found him thanks to the recommendation of her best friend Nora. She's explaining that she's planning on using his cabin and, like I said, go off the grid. She turns the wrong way on the way to the cabin and she ends up at the house of a man named Con, and she needs to use the bathroom so badly, so she explains to him, listen, I just need to use the bathroom and then I'll be out of your way. But the thing is, he notices that she looks like somebody that hasn't been taken care of really well. She has a car that is not appropriate for driving in the snow. She looks completely lost, and with the way she talks to him, she's really open. She's like an open book. He can tell that she went through something traumatic and she's in need of love and care and attention. And he says to her, listen, you can stay here because in any case, you cannot go out in the snow like that. And we quickly see that there's an insta love between them, which you know how I feel about insta love, but let me just move on. But yeah, there's an insta love about them, and they quickly want to have sex with each other, which wouldn't be a problem. But she explains that she's a virgin, and to me, like, in a day, how can you fall in love with someone, be ready to give him your virginity, things that you didn't want to do with your ex-boyfriend, by the way, which is the reason he gave for cheating on you, which to me is so much bullshit, because I hate when men put pressure on women to have sex and then explain that as their justification for cheating, but we'll go back to that on another video. But yeah, so you didn't want to do all that with your ex-boyfriend, but somebody that you don't know, you have no clue about him or what he does for a living or none of that, you just stumble upon his house and you're ready to have sex with him. That was a bit weird to me, but to each their own. And she explains that she thought it was a lumberjack because of his physique, but actually he's not. And we're gonna learn about his identity and why he's living in Pine Hollow way later, because he's explaining that he wants to have the least interaction possible with people and that he's almost hiding out in Pine Hollow. But we're gonna learn why at the end of the book. So I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. So yeah, they just start to basically coexist together in his house. They make cookies together. She brought her cat and her cat is learning to live with his dog. And I think, to me, it was all so domestical out of the blue and so, normal for them to fall into the routine of being together, of caring for together. For example, at some point she says, I'm not having sex until I have a Christmas tree. So he goes and above and beyond to make sure that she has a Christmas tree, a real one. He goes to cut it out in the forest. He finds things in the house to decorate the tree and decorate the house for Christmas, and just to take care of her basically. And at some point her sister and the ex-boyfriend show up together to bring her back home, which I don't understand, because she explains that she's been stalked almost by the ex-boyfriend. This is why she skipped town, and he's been blowing up her phone and harassing her. And the sister also have been relentless, and she's thinking, if they want to be together, why would they come find me? And this is something that confused me as well, because in my mind they should just leave her be. Why harass her and go after her? If you guys both want to be together, just do your thing and leave me alone. But yeah, that was one of the aspects of the story that I didn't understand. So I would say that, to be honest, I would give it 2 or 3 stars. 3 stars, because the story was cute and it was nice to see how they developed the relationship, because in the epilogues you see in their future and how they're gonna have kids and all of that. But to me, insta love, that was the first strike. And then so many things didn't make sense, and you know how I feel about things that don't make sense. It was too easy for me. Too easy, too quick, there was no backstory, no character development, no how they build the relationship, none of that. Especially when the ex-boyfriend and the sister came to pick her up and she was all like, oh, this is my man and I'm staying with him. She posted them on Instagram. I mean, I don't know, you're gonna see in the story, but a lot of things didn't make sense to me. So yeah, this is why I'm gonna have to give it 3 stars, but it was still an enjoyable read, but it's not something that I would pick up again if I had the choice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a nice day, evening, whenever you guys are watching the video, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 18. Bye.
Season of peace is finally here.